This is it, the one you've all been waiting for. This is the official Gate Captain's tutorial on how to make mods the only way. To make my mods, I use a modding tool. I use a modding tool called Cheat Engine. You're probably familiar with it, because if you're watching this, chances are you've tried to do this too, but you're not very good at it. Well, don't worry, because Cheat Engine is very basic. It's very easy to learn how to use it on its surface. And the best part is, it comes with a tool that helps you learn the basics of it. That's right, the motherfucking Cheat Engine tutorial. This really is the only thing you need to learn how Cheat Engine works. You just attach Cheat Engine to the process you want, you scan for your first health value, you hit yourself, and you saw that one that turned into 97. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you turn it into 1000. That's very good. Okay, after you know how to do that, you can do literally everything else. Now, I know what you are thinking.
Gate Captain, you motherfucker.
You said you were going to tell us how to mod Dynasty Warriors video game. And I did. And I just showed it to you, dumbass. But if you don't believe me, I will demonstrate it working in the game. The main thing you are looking for when modding is value changes. What causes this specific thing to happen? Well, what causes it is a bit too difficult for you right now if you really need this video. But in most cases, you don't need to understand the how or why something happens. So I'm going to demonstrate here. I'm going to show you how to change your companion to whatever you want. So right now my companion is Shahodun, and if you want to know the value for each companion, it's in a list that I made that may or may not have been reposted in another motherfucking server without my permission or giving me any credit. This is why I don't share mods. So as you can see, my current companion is Shahodun, whose value is 0. But if you're thinking about going in here and just searching 0, don't do that. Don't do that. 0 is the most common value for search results. Meaning, if I tried to search for 0 right now, it would take forever. So, I'm gonna change my companion to Guan Yu. Now, I already know the value for Guan Yu. It's 09. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna scan for a value of 9, wait for that to finish. Another important thing to mention is the 4 bytes thing here, the value type. I happen to know that the value for the current selected companion is 4 byte value, but this is not always the case. So if you're not finding what you want, I suggest changing the value type to 2 bytes or 1 byte or maybe even 8 byte or float if you're looking for health. So now we haven't quite narrowed it down enough. So what I'm going to do is select a different companion, and we'll use Lubu, because I already know his value as well. That would be 14. And we've narrowed it down quite a bit, but let's see if we can narrow it down just a little bit more. We'll go with Zheng Fei because I know his value as well. That's 10. And we've narrowed it down to 3 results, which is pretty good. Now you just want to test each one and see if it changes your companion. So let's change this one to 0. Okay, see, that one didn't do jack shit, so you can delete that. Let's change this one to 0. Oh! There you go, you found it. Now you can replace your companion with anybody, even if you're not allowed to use them on this battle. But unfortunately, this is not a static address. Now I know what you're thinking as soon as I said that.
Gate Captain, what the fuck are you talking about?
A static address is an address that doesn't really change. Meaning, if you saved this table right now and this was a static address, it would work always forever. However, this is not a static address, which means this address is going to change. Meaning your table would be absolutely useless if you just saved it right now. So how do I save this address? Well, You can't. But what you can do is you can find the new address every single time. You can do this through pointer scanning, but I absolutely hate it. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out what accesses to this address. And as you can see, there's this script that is always getting executed as long as I'm on this screen right here. So what I can do is I can make a script, inject it right here, copy this RCX address into a symbol, and I can just read that through my table.
But what the fuck does all that mean?
So first thing I'm going to do is the framework code, delete all this disgusting shit. You probably remember this from the Lua mods video. And I can't stress this enough. Always use AOB injection for games that are getting updated somewhat frequently, I guess. And the reason I say this is when the game updates, you don't know what's gonna happen, but I know one thing for sure. If you just use a regular code injection, this code will not work the next game update. But with an AOB injection, there's a chance that it will. And the reason for that is this location here, this will change next time the game updates. You can call the injection point whatever you want. I'm just gonna call it bitch inject. So here's what the script is, but there's only a few things we're gonna do here. First things first, I always change the unregister and dealloc things with a star, and that just means it'll unregister every symbol and deallocate every symbol. I don't know why it doesn't already default to this, but we did that because we're gonna register a new symbol right here. We're gonna call it bitch, and we're gonna allocate some bytes to bitch. We're gonna give it 8 bytes because that's how much an address is. And what we're gonna do here is we are going to move, and you can put this part anywhere before jump return. I'll just put it in new mem. We're gonna move to the address of bitch, and what these brackets mean is the address at this value. So whatever address is allocated to bitch, it will write RCX into, and that's because RCX right down here, this is the address we were looking for. Basically what the script is doing is it knows the address for the companion, our bitch, so to speak, and it copies that into the bitch address that we have allocated for this script, and it should work absolutely perfectly. This is one of the easiest scripts you can make. It's just a pointer finder. In fact, I'm so confident in this script, I'm gonna delete this address right here. Because we've registered bitch as a symbol, we can call it from anywhere, from any different script, or even in the cheat table directly. And to do that, you would just add it as an address. And when I enable the script, as you can see, now I'm going to have to set it to 8-byte hexadecimal. As you can see, there's the address for the companion. To make it show up here, instead of in the value, you just put brackets around bitch. And it doesn't need to be an 8-byte value anymore. And I just forgot something because I'm an absolute idiot. There's an offset for the companion value. It's 1C8. So you're going to want to take this and you're going to want to add 1C8 to it. There you go. There you go. Now if I save this table, it'll be perfect. All you have to do is enable bitch script, and it will be able to find the address every single time you restart the game. And yes, it does work. Look. I should move it. Look. You can see when I change it, it changes. And it will work when I restart the game too. Let me prove it. Go to a battle prep screen, one that has a companion. Enable the bitch script, and there we go. It gave us our new bitch address. This is perfect. Now, I know what you're probably thinking right now.
Gate Captain, just give me the mods, you stupid dumbass.
Well, I'm not gonna do that, and there's a good reason why I'm not gonna do that. I think if I post my mods, there is a very non-zero chance that somebody else is gonna lift it, steal it, sell it, and not credit me whatsoever, nor give me any royalties for it. So that's why I say, do the rest yourself. Seriously, if you want to do the more complicated stuff, like the moveset mods, the generic horse thing, you're going to need to have more of an understanding of assembly code. So that's really it. All I'm gonna say now is good luck, have fun, and stop asking for mods.